Okay, today we're going to talk about how to make a pinch pot cup with a handle and a little face on it. Okay, it's a pretty traditional handle, pretty traditional looking cup, has a cute face on it, and you can decide what kind of face you want to put on it later. We'll talk about that a little bit more. We're going to make the cup first, then we're going to put the face on it, and then the handle comes on last. Okay, so let's get started. Please start by taking the big ball of clay out of your bag. Okay, it's going to be fairly round. You might want to smooth it a little bit, maybe roll it around once or twice, and then decide the side that's maybe the flattest. Okay, put your hand on top just to flatten it down a little bit. This is going to be different than pinch pots that we have made in the past because we're only going to use one hand. And also, we want the bottom to be flat today, okay? So, once you flatten the bottom a little bit by putting your hand on top and pressing down, you're going to take your thumb and you're going to push it in as far as you can, okay? I realize that my thumb's probably going to go in farther than yours. They call it a pinch pot because you're going to pinch your thumb and your fingers together while you're turning. I'm tilting mine. You don't need to do that. You're just going to pinch and turn, and pinch and turn. I'm going to turn mine up at the side so you can see. Pinch and turn, and pinch and turn. Notice one hand is supporting it on the bottom. The other hand I'm not using. The other hand is squeezing and turning. Just one hand. This is different than the pinch pots we made in first grade. Now, it's going to be important to get it as deep as you possibly can. Meaning I'm going to keep pushing my thumb down in, okay? We want that bottom nice and deep. We want our pots to be nice and tall. We want the walls around the edges to be as equal as possible. So, while I'm pinching and turning, you can even turn your paper if that helps you, pinching and turning, we don't want the walls to start going up. We want it to be a cup, not a bowl, okay? So, that's why we're just using the one hand so we can keep control of it so it keeps looking like a pot and doesn't start to bow out like a bowl, okay? I'm going to keep turning my paper, keep turning my pot. Sometimes my thumb is going to smooth up the side a little bit like that from the inside, just to make that wall taller, deeper, okay? Keep pinching and turning. The reason it's called a pinch pot again is because I'm pinching my thumb against the fingers, my thumb on the inside of the pot against my fingers on the outside, okay? So now it's really becoming a pretty nice cup-like shape, okay? You might want to just keep going around a little bit more, okay? Maybe smooth the outside. If you have some little cracks in the top like I do, you're going to get just one finger of water and gently smooth those away like that, okay? And then maybe a few more times around, making sure your walls are nice and tall, okay? Showing you from the top, showing you from the inside, showing you from a side view. It's a nice little cup that'll look great when I decide to put a face on it and a handle on it, okay? The last thing I'm going to do is I'm using my thumb and I'm just smoothing that bottom so it's nice and flat, smoothing up the sides so they're nice and flat. I'm not pulling out at all, okay, because we want it to be a cup, not a bowl, okay? Then, pick up the whole thing gently and carefully, turn it over to the flat side, okay? Should have a nice flat bottom. Please write your name, okay? My name is Mrs. N. You're going to write your name and your class code. I'm going to write art because that's my class code. You're going to write your class code. Then you're going to turn it over, okay? Maybe one last little smooth of water like that. All right. Then we're going to put everything away until next time when we're going to put a face on our pinch pot. Thank you.